Hi, everyone. I'm Stephanie Rudine, Foundation Director for Hiawatha Homes. Today, I'm excited to have with me Kathy and Sheila, who are both nominated by Hiawatha Homes for the ARRM Cares Award. The ARRM's Cares Award was established to recognize professionals who provide direct care to individuals living with disabilities and who demonstrate a commitment to quality services. Each year, Hiawatha Homes nominates 2 to 3 of our team members for the ARRM Cares Award. All nominees are recognized by ARRM as the top in their field. Currently, the nominees are being reviewed at the state level, and later in the year, 6 winners will be announced from across the state. While we don't know yet if Kathy and Sheila will be one of the 6 winners, they both embody the ARRM Cares Award values of extraordinary dedication, innovation, and skill. So thank you, Kathy and Sheila, for joining me today and being willing to share a little bit about your journey at Hiawatha Homes and in your career so far, because hopefully there'll be many more years at Hiawatha Homes as well. To start things off, Kathy, if you could please introduce yourself, what your role is at Hiawatha Homes, and how many years you've worked in the field of direct care for individuals with disabilities.
Hi, my name is Kathy Nauman. I am a team lead now at Abe's Place. I have been employed with Hiawatha. I'm on my 33rd year.
Oh, thank you so much. And Sheila, if you could please introduce yourself as well.
I'm Sheila Edwards, and I'm the team lead at Butler House, and I've been with Hiawatha for 25 years.
Okay, wow. So across both of you, we have quite a few years of experience, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of changes at Hiawatha Homes and within the disability services field as well. So thank you so much. And Sheila, I'm going to start with you with this question. For people that don't know a lot about what you all do, can you describe to me what your day-to-day work looks like as a team lead at one of Hiawatha's homes?
I start out with direct care. So I come in and get report and give showers, do breakfast, give meds, get them ready for work, and then they leave about 8:30, 9 o'clock. Then it's time to get another individual up, and we leave about 10:30 for a program she's involved with, and we don't get back till 12:30. And then I feed her and get her toileted and then we chart and go home.
And do you have anything to add, Kathy, about kind of what your day-to-day looks like, if there's anything different?
It's basically the same. Most of our day is counted for DSP hours, usually. The only thing different I might add is when we have the staffing, we like to take the individuals out into the community to any kind of event, visiting, movies, concerts, swimming, any and all.
Yeah, thank you. And I know, Kathy, you've shared with me before about taking some of the individuals at your home out to volunteer, which sounded really awesome when you told me about that before. So it's great to hear when we're at a good staffing level that, it's still able to do some of those activities that are really important for the individuals. So thank you for sharing that. And then I know previously you were saying this is a very difficult question to answer, but I'd love to know if you could share one of your favorite experiences working at Hiawatha Homes. Kathy, if you have one or maybe more than one, that's okay to share.
Well, throughout 33 years, there are very, very many, but I think the one that I've shared with you before is the one that stands out, is just having it reintroduced one of the young ladies I cared for to her family again. She had been a ward of the court, and parents and grandparents and any siblings were not involved. So somehow through communications, I found grandparents and reunited her and took her to St. Paul many times, at least once a month, to reunite with her grandparents. And then she met a half sister. She did have reunite and spend some time with her dad as well.
That's amazing. Thank you, Kathy. I think that is a perfect example of why you were nominated for the ARRM's Cares Award, is really kind of going above and beyond and making those connections and ensuring natural supports for the individuals that you all support. So thank you so much for sharing that. And then Sheila, I'd love to know as well, one of your favorite experiences working at Hiawatha Homes.
We actually took a bunch of individuals to Disney World.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. It was a really neat experience. One of the individuals' families met us there. The joy that they had by being there, and I got to share that with them, was just awesome.
Oh, was that their first time going to Disney World?
Yes.
Was it yours as well?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's really fun then. Well, thank you. And I feel like those both kind of encompass, of course, direct care is such a huge part of your work, and it's important for the dignity and the safety of the individuals you support, but also kind of going that extra mile of providing supports that also enrich everyone's lives and, increase independence and all those other pieces. So thank you. Thank you for sharing that. This is a little bit of a different sort of question, but you've both worked at Hiawatha Homes and within residential settings for quite a while. And your tenure is very impressive, especially compared with, we currently see a lot higher staff turnover nowadays, which I'm sure you all have witnessed in the homes that you work at. What motivates you to keep working at Hiawatha Homes? And Sheila, I'll start with you this time.
The individuals. Point blank. Knowing that when I go there, I make a difference in their lives. Giving them the consistency that they really need on a daily basis is very important to me, and it motivates me to get there. So
thank you. I appreciate that. And then Kathy, what about you? Any thoughts on that as well?
I echo the same thing. I mean, just basically having our individuals lead their best life, to, mainstream. They didn't ask for this hand, so it's our job that we choose is to help them make the best of that hand, a winning hand.
Oh, thank you. Those were both just perfect answers, so I appreciate that. And then kind of following on that question as well, you both, as ARRM's Cares Award nominees, you both represent the top kind of in your field here at Hiawatha Homes. So what would you say to others who may be considering working at Hiawatha Homes or a similar residential setting for individuals with disabilities? And, what are some of the opportunities and challenges as well? Because I know that it's also a very challenging job of working in this field. I know those are kind of a two-part question, but Kathy, I'll start with you.
Challenges would be, some of our individuals communicate through behaviors and knowing and recognizing that that's how they're communicating and not to take it personally. So that can be a challenge for somebody unseasoned. And that being said, another challenge is the staffing shortage that we are facing, and the staffing that we are receiving are still young and might be here for the wrong reasons or are not quite sure if this is their field. But I just love my job. I am very grateful. I tell my individuals every day how lucky I am to work with them. And that's why I'm here.
Yeah, it sounds like you're saying it can be a challenging job, especially, being maybe younger and newer to this line of work, but it's definitely rewarding as long as you are, kind of stick with it and kind of learn and grow in the job.
Yes, and we touched base with some of that Sheila had said is the rewards is just seeing the look on their faces when they experience something new or they succeed at a challenge. That's kind of the gas that keeps you going.
Perfect. Thank you. And then Sheila, anything to add to that? Anything you would say to someone who's considering working at Hiawatha Homes? Any advice you would give?
I think some of the challenges that we have is trying to build a rapport with our individuals, because our jobs are based on trust, and they have to trust us in order to get results. And so just getting that is sometimes very challenging and difficult to do. Also, setting boundaries as staff is really hard to do. It's easy for me to say yes. So just to get, to be able to say, no, I know what your limitations are as a staff person is very important. And when you have a program that you're trying to introduce to an individual, but it's obvious it's not going anywhere, just the challenge of trying to adapt that program so it does work for them and we do get results is sometimes you really got to think outside the box and can be challenging.
Thank you. And it reminds me of when we spoke before, Sheila, and you mentioned, burnout for some employees and how setting some of those boundaries of even, the amount you're working or how much, kind of some of those pieces can be really important so staff doesn't burn out. And I'm sure you both have created, I hope, and I think you've told me have created boundaries so that you're able to continue in this line of work for as long as you have. So thank you. That was great perspective to add. Well, those were all of my questions. Is there anything else that either of you would like to add before we kind of close out the conversation?
No?
I think if we can find staff to give Hiawatha a try and they come in open-minded, open-hearted, they can find their place here.
That's we should have that be our slogan. I think that's a great way to put it. And I think definitely that open-hearted piece. There's not every job do you get to have such a fulfilling line of work that you all mentioned. And I think, so that in that way, it's really quite an awesome place to work when you think about how you're able to have an impact. Well, I want to thank you both so much for sharing your expertise and your experiences. We appreciate your time and your dedication to Hiawatha Homes. I wish you a lot of luck on the nomination for the ARRM Cares Award. And thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.